Welcome back to another segment of our Member Spotlight series. My name is Anna Mazumdar, and I am the Marketing and Events Coordinator here. I'm here today with member company Malbek. I'm here with Matt Patel, so welcome.
Hello, Anna. How are you? How's everyone doing today?
Even though the weather's a little gloomy, we're going to keep on going. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and exactly what is Malbek, and then how long have you guys been a member of NJTC?
Sure. Thanks, Anna. Happy to share. So Malbek is an enterprise cloud solution that helps businesses with solving the challenges with legal agreements and contract management. What I mean by that is if you think about any organization, contracts are usually done in a file folder in Microsoft Word, sent via emails for approvals and negotiation with the external party. And once it's signed, they're put away, right? People forget about them. Nobody knows when the renewals are or what the obligations are. So Malbek is a cloud-based application that helps organizations streamline entire contract lifecycle and makes the data within the contract effective and visible so that you can track your obligations and terms a lot better. I'm one of the co-founders. We have a team co-located here in New Jersey as well as other states and the West Coast. We are a bi-coastal company. A couple of my co-founders are on the West Coast in the Bay Area. And we are about 3 years old. It's a 3-year-old startup. We started back in early 2017, coming from this space as part of a previous organization, having experience. But our goal was to bring in newer, more modern technology to the industry that really needed disruption. And we've been a member of New Jersey Tech Council now for about 2 years.
That's awesome. So when you decided to join, what factors contributed to you becoming a part of this community?
Our vision at Malbek has always been two things: stay focused, laser focused on our solution, build a great solution. And second is build a great company, right? It's a place where people want to work with a good culture and a sense of satisfaction. When we started the company early days, we were really just focused on getting the business started. I heard about New Jersey Tech Council and the entire ecosystem that we have here in New Jersey that supports new companies and help their growth. There were different elements of NJ Tech Council that attracted us to become a member. The forum that you have, the Slack channel. I attended some of your events, including Propelify last fall in Hoboken on a very rainy day, but it was still good.
We've come full circle now. So.
Exactly. It is heavily raining in the background right now.
Exactly.
The awards event in Bridgewater, I met so many amazing people, ranging from other startup founders, where we were able to share stories at a dinner table who I never met before, and learning from one another. We met several investors and VC firms at these events. Also, other companies that help startups, whether it's accounting or sales or hiring needs, the whole ecosystem. NJ Tech Council brings all of that together in one venue, and that's been very helpful to us.
That's awesome. I mean, you touched upon it and you talked about more of this collaborative effort that you've seen in our community, but are there any specific instances in the last 2 years of you being a member that stand out in terms of as to wow, I'm really proud to be a part of the NJTC community, this happened and it stuck out to me. Do any come to mind?
Let's cover, the several events that I've been to. Each one was different and
Right.
It was a learning experience for us. Well, first, let's go back to the award ceremony in Bridgewater, right? There I saw the companies being awarded, what they were being awarded for, and what is it that New Jersey, the market brings to these companies, the talent, the resources that are involved. And the amazing thing was there were so many members that have been part of this ecosystem for decades. Even before the council, there's always been this group. And I saw and met some of them that talked about, in the 1980s, this is what we were doing for the New Jersey ecosystem. So it was amazing to see that network and learn about how I can participate in the Tech Council and get more involved. So that was a good networking opportunity. Propelify last year was great from a marketing standpoint. I saw so many pitches on that stage under the tent.
Yeah.
There was a mattress company. There was a food and beverage company. It wasn't just about technology or life sciences. I mean, I know there's a big market for that in New Jersey, technology and life sciences, but there's a lot of other innovation. To see these companies get up on stage and do the marketing And the way they are able to get their brand and awareness to the audience and the community was good for us, right? Because that gave us some ideas about how to get the Malbek brand out there and how do we get people to know about us. As a startup, as you know, we don't have deep pockets. We don't have a huge marketing budget. So we try to leverage different ways to get our name out and make companies and organizations aware of what we do. And the Slack channel, of course, everyone knows that has been a great communication device and just getting to know people through different messages that we see every day.
It's definitely been cool to be a part of the Slack channel because it's just one more element of bringing our community together and talk in real time. And it's been great. I've seen members share their different events that they've got going on, or even during this time, they've been able to share some tips and tricks like, hey, this is what's been working for our team remotely. So I'm really glad that you're part of that community. I do want to congratulate you. I know that you just had a recent round of funding, which was rather successful. And I think that you have some good tips or advice for fellow startups in New Jersey. And so if you can just tell me maybe your top 2 best pieces of advice that you think that startups here in New Jersey can really use within their own companies, what do you think that would be?
Sure. So let me elaborate on that. First, it's been an incredible journey over the last 3 years as we met several VC firms and angel investors at different events that Tech Council hosted and NJEDA hosted. By pitching on the stage, sometimes it was a Shark Tank like an event, right? Where you have 90 seconds to pitch. How do you get that whole message in 90 seconds? That is a skill by itself. I had to practice a lot for that. But getting through that allowed us to really understand what is it that our organization does? Because when we're pitching to VCs, you learn about yourself, right? Are you actually creating a solution or a product or something that has value in the market? So learning that was a first step. When we are pitching to VCs, make sure that you're building a good product and staying focused on your vision, because sometimes your attention gets diverted. You think you're building this, but you see demand on this side where companies are looking for this solution. Don't try to switch and pivot at that time unless you really want to change your focus. So we learn about focusing on a specific market segment where we can make a difference, understand what investors and VC community is looking for. And in meeting with many VCs in the last 6 to 9 months, we tried to find a partner that is aligned with our corporate culture and what we are trying to build as a company. Remember, this is as much a journey for the VC as it is for you as a startup, because they're trying to find which startup fits with their culture and their vision and their initiative.
What are some key components that you think that you found in VCs that matched up with your culture and your vision?
The key culture differences that we have at Malbek is first, growing our employees and open door policy, right? What is the innovation they want to bring? What is the ideas and collaboration they want to bring? It is less about, this is our vision, this is what we're going to do. You're getting hired into Malbek and you follow the rules that we have set in place. So we needed to meet and partner with a VC that allows us to grow that culture. And we found with Osage Venture Partners that we recently closed with, that they are that VC, right? They are allowing us to grow and do what we do best and acting more as a support mechanism, introducing us into their environment, their network that we can leverage to help grow our company. It's not always about how much money you're going to take and what's the valuation you're going to get. Of course, that matters. But after you close a round of funding, is this the VC and is this the investment partner that you want to work with over the next 3, 5, 7 years or 10 years, however long your journey may be? So it's about finding that right fit in the culture. That was the most important for us.
That's awesome. Well, I do want to thank you today for taking the time to speak with us and talk about your journey with NJTC and also offering pieces of advice that I think our startup community will definitely find useful. Thank you again for joining. I look forward to speaking to more of you in the Member Spotlight series. Absolutely. And have a great day.